One. Hope you're having a wonderful day or night, whatever it is, where you are.
Hey, who's getting the jump start here? Happy 420, everybody. Uh what is going on, Mafia?
That's what I do. I aim to be an
Yeah.
extension of your hand, Alpha, in these
No,
events.
Jesus, take the wheel, bro. You got this.
You the man. But yeah, what is the theme of this chat here today? I didn't see a title in the space.
Let's talk about how much ass we've been kicking around here, Mafia. How about
Oh
that?
man,
Uh
yes.
we are 2.0 to the max. I'll put the jungle up top just so people don't forget where we came from. But if you recall, Kronos went mainnet September 22nd. So not even a month yet. Almost a month so far of mainnet activity here. And how's everybody feeling about it?
Doing good. Hey, how you doing?
Great. Has anybody tried this DeFi swap I've been telling you about? Zero slippage, no fees.
I haven't
Well,
personally, but I look forward to getting zero fees and no slippage when I
Oh
do
yeah,
it
because it's
in
only
the
the
future.
best deal in DeFi, my guy. It's something you don't want to miss. Murphy, don't raise your fucking hand here. What are
well,
you
I
doing?
tried to I tried to swap
We're good.
crofam.
We're live at the event. We
Live
got
in
Kiki
Richmond.
here. We got nobodies. We got Johnny. What is up, fam?
Hey,
Woo!
Murph. Are you in Virginia, Alpha?
Not yet. Traveling.
Wow.
Ooh, where are
Good.
your travels taking you?
We can't disclose any of that information at this point in time, but if you can hear in the background, Murphy's already in the midst of it. Sounds like the vibes are up. That's what we like.
Nice.
Oh, it's a secret?
I gotta go. Goodbye.
I gotta be
Bye.
quiet too. But if you're not in Virginia right now, you better get to there, okay? The baby's sleeping, but I just came up to tell you, guys, buy NFTs. The market's not dead. Buy Crow, buy Ethereum. Believe me, things are doing good right now.
Wake that baby up and tell it to start buying some NFTs, bro.
Hey, no,
We didn't give you this.
we were trading earlier. Yeah, no, I thought we bought a couple things. We bought some Carcass NFTs. Everybody, get your Carcass NFTs.
That's what's up. Get your Carcass tattoos. First one in the pool wins.
Okay, the fish do look really cool from Carcass.
It's also always in the top 5 uh, on the crypto.com side of things in terms of floor price. It's up there with the Bored Apes. Not Carcass in general, but one of his special editions. The floor price is like $1 million or something.
That's amazing.
It's cool
So,
because every time you go to the
It's a
crypto.com
blue
app
chip. It's
and go to the NFT section, it's always right on the homepage. So,
so can I ask you a question about how to do something before y'all get all into talking about Virginia? Because I know it's amazing and a lot of stuff happening.
Virginia Talk is for Virginia. This is a worldwide, global. That's a double.
It
This
is,
is this is a
yes.
global podcast, interactive. So we got to get
Okay.
into basics.
So I
What's
got
up?
one of my stupid beginner questions again, even though it's been like a whole year. You know how sometimes you just do something the same way every time, and then something happens, you can't do it that way. So you got to learn a new way, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the way I get money into crypto.com was like direct deposit, right? And then it's in the fiat wallet. Then I use that money to buy crypto and then send it to MetaMask and then I buy stuff, right? Well, I wanted to buy a little extra stuff this week. So I exceeded my direct deposit money. So I want to get more money in there. So I used this new thing that they say they have where the money's in your bank, but you can have immediate access to it and buy crypto. I wouldn't recommend that anybody ever do that. Here's a lesson learned is that yes, It's in your bank and you can use it. You can buy crypto immediately. So if ETH drops down and you want to buy some, you can get it, but then you can't transfer it out of your account for 7 business days.
And this is your CDC centralized account.
Yes.
So their account, technically.
Yeah, that one.
That's interesting.
It's
When did
awful. 7
this
days.
is the new thing. It came out recently, right? Like a couple months ago?
Yeah, 7 days. Oh, and then this was the ETH I bought. They wouldn't let me transfer that out, right? So I said, okay, I want to mint some more mystery boxes. So I got some Crow in the wallet. Let me transfer the Crow out. They wouldn't let me transfer the Crow out either.
Wow.
Even though the Crow was already there and it's been there for a while. It's not something I just bought with a new bank deposit. It's old Crow. No, they put all transfers out of my wallet on hold for 7 days.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, it didn't. I contacted support and they're like, oh, yeah, it'll be 7 business days. Business days, not crypto days. That's crazy.
That's daddy. That's crypto.com. I mean, I can't explain why they do what they do. We do everything better than them, and we don't apologize for that, you know? Speaking of which, Murph, I sent you some USDC on the Polygon network. You spend that wisely.
So you got your Polygon account unstuck?
Yes, ma'am. Just a minute ago. God
Well, how'd you
damn.
do it? Tell us how you did it.
I waited.
That's it? You didn't have to do anything special, just wait?
No, it took 48 hours.
Oh, geez. See, something's going on.
And there's still one transaction that hasn't gone through that I don't even remember making. It just says contract call, but
Yo, what the deuce? What's that
I'm
for?
not. That's for Virginia, man. That's party money. That's Thunder Cash.
Get your tail here.
I'm trying, bro. We've already had one flight change. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh no, are you serious? That's dope. Hey, dude, we've got a beautiful spot here right there by the stage. Bro, it is freaking perfect.
Sounds like the gang is there. Sounds like the vibes are up, and all weekend. We got all weekend.
It sounds super amazing and fun, and I'm sorry that I'm missing it.
Did you tell
Man,
everybody
this is
about what
just the
happened to me last
beginning.
night?
No, go for it.
Yeah, so last night I checked into the hotel, right? I'm not in the hotel. I didn't get so here's what went down. Jesse bought out the hotel, right? The whole hotel. And when I went to book I didn't know that. And I went to book my room, the whole hotel was booked on hotels.com. So I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to be the guy that, doesn't have a place, right? It doesn't have a room. So I found a room at the La Quinta Inn down the road, right? So I get there last night. I check in. He hands me my card key, and it's in the little plastic folder. And I didn't look in there. And I was like, "Yo, so can you tell me what room I'm in?" And he grabs the receipt like he doesn't know and looks at it and then points at it and then turns the receipt and shows me I'm in room 420, y'all. Like you cannot write this shit. You can't write this shit. I didn't ask for that room. I didn't pay extra for it, right? I just checked into the hotel. Guy puts me in a room. It was just like it's meant to be. I can't believe it. Like all the other crazy stuff that we go through all the time, right? Reading each other's freaking minds. It's just, if you know, you know.
It's the degen numerology that ties us all together. I mean, even Nat loves 420. That's the ties that bind, my friends.
There's no smoking signs all over the room.
Oh, the irony is not lost on us.
Not at all.
But I'm loving all the Thunderbolts and Thunder tokens I'm seeing in this room. That's the vibes, bro. I wanted to tell you guys, it's a big weekend for Thunder. The buybacks have returned, and we are going tax-free this weekend. So everybody can enjoy it for the next 2 days. Let's onboard the shit out of people in Virginia and make it easy for them. You know, hopefully this everything crypto video will come out soon, and we can show them that. I got to get that tweet up top. Let me find this.
Yo, Johnny brought me the table centerpiece that he made. It is fucking dope. I gotta paint it, but it is so dope.
How big is it?
So it's not quite. So we got it's like I'll say 6 to 7 inches tall, about 10 inches to 12 inches long, and about 2.5 inches thick. So it's a considerable size. Nice centerpiece for the table.
That's what she said. Hey, listen, we'll be here all weekend. Doug, what's up?
Let's go with you, Alpha. How's the day, brother?
It's all right. It's all right. We're doing all right.
You guys got a little meetup going on in Virginia, Murph? Or what's going on?
Yeah, man. Oh, I just met Hannah from CDC NFT. She wants to do an interview with us, Alpha. So you need to get your freaking ass.
You got this, Murph. Where,
Bro.
do we know
I don't
Hannah? Do we know Hannah?
I just met her. Cute little girl. But I don't do interviews, dude. You're the PR here. You're the people person. I'm just the working arm in the background, the hand of the king.
No, you guys think I'm a people person, but few have met me. Johnny Chimps. Let's see, Santi, Schwiz. Who else? That lion. Oh, the slim one. Yeah.
The
And,
slim one.
That's about it, man. It's a short list.
Yeah, it's 420, so I had to come out and burn and hang with my folks for a view. Johnny Chimps and Tiki upstairs, they got it nailed down right now, and then I'll go back because you can't hear shit in there anyway. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a quick one. I'm glad you're in here. I wanted to let everyone know about the tax-free weekend. I think that's going to be really good for onboarding. I don't know. Nobody's really mentioned the slippage recently, but that also makes me feel like everybody that's trading is one of us, and we got to start spreading out again. So, tax-free weekend. Let's get a graphic together or something.
oh shit, we got a Thunder tax-free weekend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Go.
Hey, Alpha. Any luck with that Moonflow listing? Do you guys get that working out with the Thunder token?
Moonflow. No, but I have been in contact. Yeah, we're working on it.
So okay, there's a Moonflow blockchain, and then there's now this Moonflow like NFT platform.
Yes, sir. Also,
And that's on
one of
Chrome?
the first Chronos RPC checkers protocol tool, as well as APY and APR calculator.
Yeah, same people. Moonflow Solutions.
Are they affiliated with the blockchain?
No, not at all. Just completely just Chronos
Okay.
baby. Just person, just hardcore in the borough. Just decided to genuinely out of his heart code the project and everything and made it up.
And we are not affiliated with,
not
Thundercore, the blockchain. But, it's like maybe these things are meant to be. Like Murph getting in room 420. It's like this shit just fits together. There's a reason we're on Chronos. It's because not only are they a top 10 EVM, but they are focused on security and interconnectivity. And those are the two most important things to me right now. And as long as everybody's doing what we've been talking about for the past 11 months, which is building solid bases on this chain, building bags, creating liquidity pairs. I mean, everybody's been creating their own dexes recently. So we've been killing it. Like, Chronos went from 0 to 300 dApps, and that's not CDC. That's us. We got to take credit. We're right behind. We're on Solana's ass, bro. I don't know if you guys have seen the data, but like we can flip Solana real quick. Solana is on a decline. Kronos is steady grinding up. They're not watching us. They're not watching us. We got to use that to our benefit. You know, we're going for this Kronos Accelerator program. I think we're a goddamn shoo-in. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah, I think all of these little accelerator programs, all these little funds that that are reaching out or at least extending an arm out, telling people to put in applications. Dude, like you say, you miss every swing you don't take. So we really need to get on all of them. I saw one on Stacks, which is a blockchain that builds on Bitcoin, and I tagged Brian in it, so he's aware. But and it's not really anything. I read it, and it's not really anything that would benefit us like right off get. But again, it's just one of those things. Like there's money out there to be had. If we don't put an application in, we can't. You got to try.
That was all Brian that got us the first grant. I mean, we didn't even know there was a shot there to take, and he found the Oracle because we needed one, and ended up being the first project to use an Oracle in the minting process. And then the Witnet Oracle Foundation are the ones that gave us like 0.9 Ethereum to keep this mystery box project going. So,
and speaking of mystery boxes, Brian paused that this morning. So if anybody's not in the Discord,
I hope that was enough time. If anybody didn't get a chance, come on up here. I got boxes. We've been adding them to other people's giveaways, which has been dope. Because only the 335 of you that have Thunder tokens even have the ability to mint. So another great onboarding tool, the boxes.
and if you hold a Thunder token, we got Thunder Strikes incoming. So
that is Rainstorm. That is not Thunder Strikes. That's my bad.
wait,
let's go, y'all. Who's down there?
dude,
How many we got?
I know, right? Somebody's got to get up here. Let me tell the story about what happened last night. So I get into town. I give Trucks a call. He's like, cool. It's like, what you want to do? I was like, whatever. Let's just hang out. Is there a pool table anywhere? So we found a pool table. He goes and picks up Mooney Mike from the hotel and brings him out with us, and we smoked that dude to death. He's I guess not as tolerant as Trucks and I, but we had a good time. And we had a good time. Met Mooney Mike's, played some pool, kicked Truck's ass in some pool. Had a good time. It was good. Got some wings.
That is dope, bro. I'm getting DMs about Degens. Are you guys in Degens?
So they launched at the most inopportune time. Like the second I saw them, I was knee deep in laundry and cleaning out my van and just planning on coming here and all this and other mess. I know of them. I seen it, but I never did get in it. Did you get in it?
They come in day after day and tell us about the progress, and it's been up. I'm trying to look at the chart here.
Dude, I'm in there, Alpha.
It's 30 cents right now, bro.
Holy
it's going crazy.
Fuck, dude.
It's going fucking nuts.
I literally threw 15 crow at this shit, dude, just to have fun. I swear, threw fucking 15 crow. I've already cashed out 80 crow, and I fucking still holding at least fucking, like, it's literally, like, I think I have 47 tokens left. I don't know what 47 DGen tokens is left. But, that was off 15 crow.
Bro, that's still, like, $15. You still have $15.
That's awesome. Good for you.
And that was just, I was just straight being a fucking DJ. I'm being honest, guys. Like, I was like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm just going to import this token. I'll throw whatever at it and everything, see what happens and everything. Yeah. And then, so that's what you play with what you risk and comfortable with, and you never know,
Ayo, 15 crow. That's what's up, man. I mean, it's called degens. That's what it's made for. I want to know what the secret sauce is, bro. Like, how do you make a token go up and not down? It's amazing. Although I remember the first month of Thunder, that was the same kind of scenario. So like, what? Take profits. And also, what are they doing? Because it looks like it's something different. You know, I know you just threw 15 Crow in, but who knows what the tokenomics are? Who knows what the total supply is?
Yeah. I again did the little 5 minutes DUI or whatever. Everything. Hoping for the best. Do know Drewski. He's a part of the person that made the contract and everything. So again, he's crofam, so took a little gamble at it, see what happens.
Oh, I like that one. All right, so that's the trophy symbol. I just want the listeners and the people who y'all were tweeting out the room for, the people that were onboarding, the people that listen and don't understand everything. Like, we all love the excitement of a DGen play, of a 15 Crow to $1,500 situation. But we want to make sure everybody understands the basics of dollar cost averaging, of ladder in, ladder out, like time in the market, not timing the market. These are the things that are going to help you in the long term, which is what we hope everybody is here for. We hope everyone's here for the long term. You know, I locked my VVS up for 4 years. I locked my fucking MMF up for 4 years. I can't help but be long term. I might be a dummy. Who knows? I'm brave, right, Bach? Where's Bach?
We're brave, Alpha. We're brave. I'm right there with you, man. I'll take
balls first, baby.
Yes, sir. Mad for life.
I mean, that was it. Oh, here's Bach. Here's Bach. The way you tell them apart is Bach's got a hexagon. If you don't have a hexagon, are you even real on Twitter? Do we even play that game anymore? Doug's killing it. When are they gonna give it to Kronos, bro? We're mainnet. We're mainnet. We're not even like.
Dude, I'm ready for it, or even just any other chains and everything. I don't know why.
Everybody's still saying like, almost. You know, the Ledger people just told me like we're still working on it, and I'm sure MetaMask is the same story. I'm sure it'll all happen at the same time. You know.
What are we doing again? Are we talking about Kronos?
We're talking about Kronos, bro.
With MetaMask integration?
Hopefully.
Bro, I don't know, dude. Like, transaction counts are going down again, bro. What's the
Why
price?
do you always come in? Why do you always come in with
What's
these
the price of Kronos right now? Is it at 12 cents yet?
10.5.
10.5? Is that the exact amount? I think it's like 10.3 right now.
It was at 2 cents not too long ago, wasn't it?
2 cents?
Like a year and a half. Yeah, wasn't it a year and a half ago? Like 2 cents?
Yeah. Oh, it is a 10.5 rule.
So I'm just saying, if it's still holding, in a bear market above where it was. So.
No, he plays this game every single day.
I know, and then
if you've been here,
transaction volume, dude.
By the end of the show, he's all about Crow, you know. But every single day he comes in here and says, "Oh, hey Alpha, how's it going? Crow's a rug." Or no, MMF.
Dude, I never said that.
No.
You just said that, Alpha. Let me snip that real quick. Crow is a rug, straight from Alpha. I'm gonna spread this information.
I'm gonna shut off the scissors, man. But I'm serious about mainnet. I think there should be more changes that come along with it than we've seen so far.
Are we in mainnet already?
Yes, dude.
Okay. Whoa, what's going on with MMF, bro? 1-4?
Respectfully, yep. Don't.
Oh, how much money did I save you, Alpha, after my rug space about MMF?
No, I got out and then I got back in because remember you said it was a rug and I got out and then it pumped like crazy, which is
Of course, it's gonna pump crazy after.
and it was the only time it pumped like in the past 2 months.
Because they did it on purpose. They wanted to prove the point that Bach Finance doesn't know what he's saying. So see, this is what I need to do again. I need to make another space, double down on calling them a rug, and then we play it, right? Think about it,
I'm not a market manipulator, bro. I don't do that.
Whoa,
whoa.
Market manipulation.
I'm trying to figure it out.
At SEC, we are not doing any of that. We're speculating on the prices here. Whoa. That's a huge crime, bro, Alpha. Like, that's federal
in a
time.
Recorded space, no less, bro.
Whoa.
I'm
Can't be defaming my character like this, bro.
No, I misheard you. That's my bad.
Oh, well,
but
yeah,
you didn't even know that Kronos was mainnet, and that's your home. This is your home, bro. Are you too good for your home?
I did know Kronos was mainnet. I was just asking, like, rhetorically, like, is Kronos on mainnet?
Yes, I mean it's mainnet when they say it is, and they said that it is. And
so what
there
has
were
changed?
some
Like,
upgrades
from the time that they said it was it just a Medium article that made it mainnet?
It's when they say it's mainnet. What other factors are there? They increase the block size.
I don't know, but back to MMF though. Like, I don't know if you noticed that pattern. Like, if we all conservatively just get together, then we FUD the shit out of MMF. I think they're gonna press like the pump button.
I don't think so, man. There's one specific thing that happened in between that space that you're talking about and now, and that is that MMF announced that they were going full supply, and that's double original supply. So easy math would be the token would go half of its value currently.
2 billion? That's the new supply now?
No, but they had been saying 500. Why are you playing dumb with me?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You remember?
Well, I called it out. I said they're a billion. They have to be a billion. It's just on their contract.
I know.
They have no choice.
Back then, that's not what they were saying. Maybe Fred guy can clear this up.
What was the question? I wasn't listening to you fools.
We're talking about how MMF is a big rug pull.
No,
and
we're not. That's not what we're talking about.
Okay, you two lovebirds. Listen, I got to get back in here and actually do my damn job. So, Alpha, I hate to do this to you, but check your DM, and then I'll try to listen. But I'm gonna pop down a listener because I ain't gonna be able to talk.
I got you, Murphy. You're doing great work.
But I agree with Bach. If he says that the transactions are going down, that's not a good sign, Alpha. You need to pump this blockchain, get people transacting.
Going up and down, though. It's like they were just last time they were up.
Right, but look at them on a range. Like, look at weekly transactions, monthly transactions. Those are...
One second, Alpha. Look. I remember that post that I posted with the chart. I did it on October 15th. Kronos was at 73,000 transactions, right? Then 2 days later, it spiked up to 92,000. Like, I think there's a pattern here. I think the harder I FUD, then the more engagement will come.
The harder he FUDs, the harder we go.
But see, today, today, we went right back down, 69,000 again, bro. This is really low, bro.
All right, get the FUDing, man. I don't know if our guy Everything Crypto has picked up on these metrics, but I follow this guy religiously. I watch every single video he drops. I try to post every single one of them to Twitter because
are you saying that Everything Crypto is the #1 YouTube Kronos influencer?
100%, dude.
Alpha, I love you, bud.
Back at you, buddy. I just watched, of course, your latest video, the Kronos 2.0 roadmap, and these guys are they're not playing along.
Okay, I actually wanted to. I heard you guys talking about transactions, so I wanted to say, like I look at Chronoscan pretty frequently for the transactions, and they have been on the decline. But if you look at any other blockchain, with a couple of exceptions, like we're in a bear market, so they're all on the decline, and Chronos isn't really immune to that, right? Like if we were in a bull run and they were declining, that would be concerning. But we're about a year into a bear market, so it was a little bit standard for the course that transactions are going to be low.
I would agree with you, everything crypto, right? But my only contention is that, like, so have you ever heard of like an emerging market versus like a market already that's emerged? Like, for example, the US versus India, right? We're like India, we have a lot of growth. So I think even in a bear market, I feel like we won't really follow that correlation, because like right now, like our transaction is like 70,000 a day. BNB is like in the millions. ETH is in the tens of millions. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I
look
feel
at
like,
the patterns, man. Like you just said, it spiked and then it came
well,
back
I think
down. That's what everything does. And then what does it do? It goes back up.
no, but I feel like our range is like not really good for growth. Like I feel like right now where we're at, we should at least be at a minimum of 200, 300,000 transactions. That's just all I'm saying. Like we're really like in I don't know, just not in a good range. Like we're ranging from 50,000 transactions a day to 100,000 transactions a day, but all our competitors are in like the millions. So like in terms of like actual blockchain utility, I will put probably Kronos at like maybe number 8, number 9. Let me see what actually Polygon. What does Polygon do?
In terms of what?
In
I don't.
transactions a day,
I,
like people
I don't
signing.
think Polygon does that much, honestly.
No, I've been on Polygon Scan and seen blocks come through with like 6, 8 transactions on them.
Polygon does about 2.3 million to 5 million a day.
That doesn't add up.
I guess it also depends too on what you value. Like personally, I actually value total value locked before transactions per day. Because transactions per day is just really dependent on people obviously like interacting with the blockchain, whereas total value locked kind of dictates like where people are locking up their money. So just like because people aren't active on the blockchain, it doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't money involved. It's just a matter of like I'd be much more concerned to see a decline in total value lock as opposed to transactions per day. Like I think they're both important factors, but I guess it depends on what you dictate to be like the most important statistic, right, for measuring a blockchain's growth. And for me, I tend to put TVL first for the most part.
100%. And I think that's a good, like that's money flow, right? The only thing I will be careful with that, right? It's like, I think with TVL is like a lot of manipulation can take place, right? Because I think like if you saw TVL of Kronos when MMF was at its all-time high, we were really boosted up or boosted up. But I think ever since the decline of MMF, would you say that was manipulated in a way, like a billion TVL just disappear? Or that's just market conditions?
So like honestly, I'm pretty. I mean, like I was rooting for MMF. Obviously, like they were the leading decks on Kronos for quite a while, and if you want Kronos to succeed, like there was a point in time where I believe that MMF would kind of be the decks to take us there. I never had personally invested in the project because I had a couple of personal issues with the team. Not like that I had personally spoken to them, but I
Wait,
noticed
did they take like $50,000 plus from you or something?
No. So I just noticed. Who has that soundboard? It's killing me.
My bad, bro. It should have a snare drum or a cymbal at the end.
No, because I
That's
heard
Bach
everything.
bagging on himself.
I heard like there were some projects that had some discrepancy with money involved with MMF listing. I don't know.
No, so I had never directly dealt with MMF for the specific reason that I just saw like a couple of red flags coming from the team, to be honest, and the biggest one being like making a decision and then waiting for community backlash and then going back on what they said and sort of fixing what they had initially said. And like, if in one respect, I do obviously, I respect that they listen to community feedback and kind of roll back some changes, but it wasn't just once or twice. I think they made like 8 to 10 changes like that people weren't happy with, and then they had to roll back the clock. And it just kind of showed. It kind of made me feel like the team was not super confident in their own thing, and were just kind of doing what the community told them to do. For me, that's a big red flag when like a project. It just kind of seems like they kept trying to push the envelope and see how much they could sort of like get away with. Like, oh, we're going to increase the supply to 750 mil, but don't worry because we're going to burn that over time. Oh, but then it's going to go up to a billion, and then the move to Polygon was like kind of like the final straw for me that would make me not invest in that project personally, because they weren't even fully developed on Chronos, and then they're already looking at moving over to Polygon. And then they introduced this like leverage margin trading DEX to Polygon that we did cover on the channel. And it was a clean looking DEX. But my entire point was, why are you ditching Chronos, which gave you the spotlight as like the number one DEX, to just move over to Polygon and then essentially shaft the Chronos chain? So for me, that was sort of like, that's why I just stayed away from the project personally.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
that's a
clean
that's a
look
really
was a
good
big
take.
part of it. I mean, a clean website drags me in every time. I say that all the time. And being number one, I didn't doubt them because they were number one. And it took a lot of convincing from people in here for me to start investing. I was way late, which is probably why my experience is not the best. But I minted tree houses, and I even sold one recently for 6,500, which is still a 10x on mint price. But I don't know. It's tough. It's tough, man. They went up fast, and I don't think that's the way anyone should really rise. It's just never sustainable.
Well, I think and the reason I definitely understand where Bach is coming from, because so I think I'm actually looking on DeFi Llama right now, and a couple things that sort of like I don't want to say are like concerning, but just things that I've noticed when it comes to the Chronos chain. Like for starters, between VVS and Tectonic, that's 90% of Chronos right there. Like Chronos has 789 mil in total value locked. VVS makes up 436 mil of that, and then Tectonic another 211 mil. So that's already, what is that? That's like almost 680 mil, 650 mil of the 790 mil total. So there's like two ways you could look at that. And then the first way would be, that's obviously some people could point that out as a big flight risk that, essentially two protocols make up majority of the total value locked. Then the other way you could look at it is the Chronos chain is still very early on, and eventually as more projects enter the space, that VVS and Tectonic are going to be worth less as more projects kind of rise. And I tend to favor like the latter investment thesis, only because we're so early, right? Like if we were like 4 or 5 years into Chronos and there was only two popular dApps, I wouldn't be so bullish. But the fact that we're so early, like think about it like this: if one more dominant DEX came onto Chronos right now and even matched VVS in terms of its dominance, that would already be a 50% increase to the total value locked right there, right? So all it takes is like one or two solid projects making their way onto Chronos to pretty much double the total value locked if they take off, right?
What have you been thinking about CrowSwap? Have you been liking what that new Dex has been doing? And Hank, we were talking about him last week because people didn't realize who he was and where he came from. And I think it's really important that we get all that stuff out in the open to the community to start with.
Yeah, so I've actually spoken to and worked with CrowSwap and with Board Candy City, which is like the newer decks launching on Halloween, both of which I think are very good dexes, which is why I'm not super concerned really when it comes to Chronos. Like I think that obviously we're in a bear market right now, and network activity is lower than usual. But I just think that I think the biggest okay, I think it's a combination of things. I think the biggest thing for me is like I know we've had this debate in this space actually about crypto.com like really like manhandling the Chronos chain for a lack of better words, like pushing their own projects and that. But I think that when people might start to view that in a more positive light is when the next bull run starts and when crypto.com starts to like onboard millions of new users. And then that's when that integration with the Chronos chain benefits the Chronos chain, in my opinion, right? Like you got to figure that if crypto.com is looking to have like 100 million users by 2024, and then let's say even 10% of those move over to the Chronos. You know what? Screw it. Even 5% of those people move over to the Chronos chain. That's 5 million wallets. And we have 1 million right now. So that's like a 5x in users right there. Right. So even if Chronos can capture like a minority of like 5% of people that make their way onto crypto.com, that's still a massive boost to Chronos. So that's why and like again, I don't know if there's any like Solana bulls in here, but I've been pretty bearish on Solana for a long time. I don't think there's any reason for Solana to be ahead of Chronos. So I think Chronos can easily take eighth place. I think it can pass Optimus. I think it can easily be like a top six, top five chain in the next bull run. Personally,
Let's go. Texas, are you raising your hand because you're a Solana bull?
No, wasn't there a Reddit wallet that was just add where Reddit created 3 million wallets in just like a couple days.
yeah, and that was with Polygon. So, dude, so Polygon is actually like one of those projects that I've been looking at, and that I like the project, but I haven't invested in it purely just because of like it's more so the tokenomics. But I think there's no doubt that like their marketing and developer team is insane, probably some of the best in the business, to be honest. Like they have Reddit, Meta, Stripe, like they're working Adobe, like they're working with so many big names. So they got those 3 million wallets from Reddit.
But is it like a Trojan horse? Like, aren't Reddit avatars like the Trojan horse of NFTs?
Like pretty much at the moment. But I think that but that's the thing, right? Is like you're still so early on that just one partnership like that can like actually make or break an entire chain, right? Like Polygon. So if Polygon didn't have that partnership with Reddit, they probably would be a lot lower on that list. But that just kind of shows you like how early, dude. Like you have to look at the total value locked on these chains. Polygon has 1.24 billion in total value locked. That's like peanuts. You know what I mean? Compared to the amount of money that could and probably will be in crypto in the next like 5 to 10 years. Even ETH with 29.5 bill. Like you're talking about the backbone of DeFi right there. And it only has under 30 billion total. Like that's tiny, man. When you kind of put it into perspective, right? Like it's very early game. So one partnership can make or break a chain at this point.
Yeah, and big picture, we're still like right at or right under $1 trillion total value locked in crypto, and that's pretty small. I mean, the highest we ever got was 3 point something, and I mean, in comparison to other markets, it's really not that big.
No, man. Dude, Apple's worth 2.5 trillion, right? Like you could you could wipe out Apple twice over, 2.5 times over, and that would, or if I, you know what I mean, that would be the crypto market essentially. Like it's, and I actually had my projections for like the next bull run at a 10 trillion market cap for crypto, and at 3 trillion, the risk reward was obviously still pretty juicy, but under 1 trillion, it's a lot more tempting, right? Like that, you're looking at like a 10x across the entire ecosystem, and it would still be tiny. 10 trillion is like if you sum up the major fang stocks, so like Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia, those are all worth 10 trillion combined. So it's not that unrealistic for crypto to get there, right? Like in the next 3 to 5 years, in my opinion.
I agree with that
Yeah, because
100%, and I think there's even a potential that it blows the top off of 10 trillion. Potentially, obviously that's optimism out the ass, but I think that's a very realistic expectation for the next bull market is 10 trillion.
and what's in between us and that? A lot of onboarding, and who's gonna do it?
Crypto.com.
I hope so. We're
Yeah.
putting a lot of I personally, I don't think I'm even being realistic with myself about how much hopium I've been putting into the World Cup and the publicity that might come from that. I mean, that's the biggest thing we have coming presently that we can put a date on.
Honestly, I've been saying it for like the past couple of months because I get those like questions or comments even that like Crow's gonna blow up when the World Cup hits, and I don't think that's the case. I don't think that we're gonna see like some ridiculous pump because crypto.com is on TV. I mean, it was pretty much like confirmed yesterday that Ripple got their hands on those lawsuit papers that are going to like win them the lawsuit versus the SEC, and XRP barely moved. So like the crypto markets don't, coins don't pump 100, 200% anymore when it comes to like Coinbase listings like they used to. But to be honest, that's a good thing for the ecosystem because it means that it's maturing, right? And like I think the biggest thing is that crypto's not going to be like this forever, like that, this like volatile, like make 10, 20% on a daily basis. Eventually it will move in line with the stock market, with commodities. So if you're here now, like I'd say we're probably in like the last 3 bull markets where you can expect like ridiculous gains, in my opinion. And then after that, we move to like a more modest stock market sort of gain, right? Like there's only so much time on the clock before we're not early. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got like and 3 bull markets is a long time, like probably 12 years.
Yeah, like if you assume 4-year cycles, then but even if you look at like a diminishing returns chart for Bitcoin, I want to find that Bitcoin. Yeah, here I'm gonna find it right now in TradingView because it actually paints like a pretty helps you kind of understand that like every single cycle, like you are going to experience diminishing returns. Like Bitcoin cannot keep going up like infinitely. Okay, yeah, so here it is. So from December 2011 to 2013, that bull market saw Bitcoin 306x. From 2013 to 2017, it rallied 67x. And then from 2017 to 2021, it only rallied 4x. Right? And that's like, granted, that's like from peak. So these are from like the peaks of previous bull markets because we tend to peak in November or December of any bull run. But you can see that already, like 306x to 67x to only a 4x in the previous bull run. So you can see like
We also have to think about Bitcoin being under 20K at 20K, whatever. So that 6x, 4x is 67K, right? Something like that. So we
yeah,
are a third of all-time highs from the last, but I see what you're saying to the next peak.
yeah. So that's why I tend to favor, Ethereum's only been in 2 bull runs. So hypothetically speaking, Ethereum should outperform Bitcoin as it has in previous bull runs. And then any altcoins that you think have not had like their bull run yet would be on their first cycle of future diminishing returns, right? Like that's how it goes. It's just Bitcoin can't go 306x in every single cycle. So if you're here now, you're going to capture most of the upside. But yeah, eventually it is going to move like stocks. Like it's going to be boring one day, but not yet.
Don't worry, guys. We still got plenty of fun times ahead.
Yeah,
Plenty.
man.
And depending on what happens with regulations of the NFT market and everything, that's going to constantly be, like a side market, something that essentially starts at a $0 market cap and can be built in a very, very short period of time.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, the reason I actually think that this bull run could buck the trend of diminishing returns only for the reason that we're clearly seeing like a lot more institutions involved. Like this is the first bear market slash future bull market that you can actually say that institutional money is on the table now. Like BlackRock has like $8.5 trillion in assets under management. Even if they took like 10% of that and slapped it into Bitcoin, that's like a 2.5x by itself. Not to mention the amount of like retail FOMO that would come with that. Um, and obviously we know, like I've been talking a lot about like CBDCs lately on the channel, and like not because I agree with them, but because it's gonna come regardless of whether we want it to or not, because it only benefits governments to have a digital currency, and it doesn't benefit the people, and that's why you know that it's gonna happen. Um, and yeah, like so for me, I think the next bull run is going to be all about centralization. So like these centralized coins like XRP, like Quant, like Bitcoin and Ethereum that are going to get massive amount of institutional money. Like we're going to move away from I mean crypto's already not decentralized for the most part. It's kind of like a smoke and mirrors kind of thing, but in the next bull run I think is going to be just like a very well-known fact. But that's not bad because that means that big money's piling in. So as long as we're here before, I think we'll be okay. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean the security lies on the centralized side. We can't be having these bridge hacks like we had all this past year. I mean, this was not a good year. The year before was not good in terms of the media just blowing just really they love the stories about hackers, about money getting stolen. We don't see them doing a lot of stories. We've seen one on chrono balls, and I think that's like our shining moment so far in TV coverage. But like, everybody seems to know about the vulnerabilities of bridges, and I think that this gravity bridge is like one of the best things that we've got coming. Like the World Cup is obviously more is not going to be as good as some of us expected. Even when people get onboarded to CDC, what do we have? 1% of them in DeFi from the crypto.com app to the DeFi wallet. So I think that's the demographic that we need to onboard. They don't even hold Crow, a lot of them. What do you think, Tex?
Well, I mean, just like Reddit instantaneously gave all these users Polygon NFT avatars, it really could be something that Crypto.com eventually rolls out where they just force on board all these Crypto.com application users by a trinket or a reward or a mission within the mission system where if you set up your Crypto.com Chronos DeFi wallet and you do X, then you're going to get Y, and you do it within the missions. So
right, they integrate it like they did with the NFTs.
Right, people are willing to work for diamonds. So if they were to do like X, Y, and Z and prove your screenshots, and then here's your diamonds, like people will jump through hoops for promotions. And if you put a deadline on it, it even helps it faster. And then if you said it's limited to the first million users, it even makes it more exciting. I was looking at my Hella Basin that I sold for $2,900 because I was one of the quick QR code readers, and it's like, well, I guess I'm going to pay tax on this one, but it's okay.
You can sell me some lines at a loss, buddy. We'll work it out.
I actually was looking at all my Lions and Cup purchases, and I've done really well in my trading and selling off the market. So I think
You're
I'm
a
going to be
smart
good.
guy, man. My boy's wicked smart.
But hey,
Honestly, I
what
just
about the
want to see
Richmond
that
stuff?
gain.
I
I
haven't
just
heard
want to see that
anything about
gain.
Richmond.
Oh, Murphy's there already. I'm en route.
Yeah, I see him with the nobodies.
That's the gang, man.
He has a cool shirt with his name, and I see nobody's
And
having
it's
the
chill.
yeah,
And Johnny's got stickers for like 30 something Chronos projects. I mean, this is what I keep saying. We're the ones that are doing it.
I see he's wearing the 3D Nobody shirt as well. That logo looks really cool. It looks kind of like a fidget spinner.
with an NFT chip in it.
Oh, that's even better.
I think, right?
Yeah. And then I saw Carcaeus's booth. It looks really, really well done. Like planned, really well ahead. And then I saw Ugonzo and the Genius doing their art at the festival. It looks like a blast.
This is all good news, y'all. We got 3 minutes until our second and today final 420. I'm psyched to have Texas and Everything Crypto and Bach and CrowSwap up here. Like, family vibes, bro.
I didn't get to say hi yet, but hello, everybody.
Heyo.
And it's Friday, baby. Let's go.
Twitter finally gave it to me, man. I cried like a baby for months. And then someone came in here and was like, dude, it's in the settings. Just go to settings, go to audio, and go to turn on soundboard. I'm a dummy. No, but Hank, is that you?
Yeah, yep.
Cool. We were talking about the World Cup. Everything Crypto was saying we might not see a pump like some people might expect with the token, like we did last year around this time when we were talking about renaming the Staples Center. But I do think that it could be a lot of onboarding for the centralized side, and then like Texas was saying, maybe someday they will integrate it, and that could be like an instant 10x in our DeFi.
When I joined, that was like right when I joined, and I agree with Texas. I think that would be a really smart route for them to take eventually, and I think it makes a lot of sense that they haven't done it yet, simply because, I mean, just for visuals' stake, is they haven't moved out of Maine yet, or they're just now getting into Kronos being a main net and actually rolling it out. So I think there's definitely some aspect that they've got to have something planned, and just not telling us yet. They're notorious for doing that. So I mean, I would see that definitely as something that we'll see in the future. At least, I mean, I could think of 10, 20 different things right off the bat that they could do simply to just get more people interested in downloading the DeFi wallet, if anything else.
I mean,
But
we've been talking about the zero slippage in their swap section. I don't think it's even been advertised. I don't think anybody really even knows about it.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then I mean, like CrowSwap, for example, we're trying to at least help them push the World Cup a little bit with our sweepstakes that we're releasing, where people will be able to randomly mint one of the 32 teams. The prize pool will go to a few select winners, and it'll also go toward benefiting CrowSwap a little bit. It also gets our name out for NFTs right before our quartermasters release, which is our main rollout, our main like PFPs and everything else that will bring a little bit more exposure to the platform in general. But I mean, I really think it's not necessarily this year about pumping Crow's price with the World Cup, or even just the general idea of, oh, it's gonna make Kronos lively or anything else. I think Kronos in general relies on the well-being of crypto.com, and the way that we stay around long term and build up is getting more people on crypto.com in general. So I mean, I any marketing, any news is good for us. So
yeah, I feel the same way, man, about all that stuff, about the fact that there's something coming that they're not really talking about. I got that feeling again recently. And yeah, when I was saying that the World Cup is going to be big for us, I wasn't thinking of the price of crow. I was really hoping that the 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 eyes of the world would be on us, because we've hit a lot of demographics, but like from what I've been told, the World Cup is
everywhere.
it's the golden ticket when it comes to eyes on the
I
fucking
think
camera.
I think it plants a
I
lot
mean,
of
same reason
seeds.
that
I think it plants a lot of seeds, and I think that with the amount of commercials that we're going to see, there are going to be some interesting things. Hopefully, we see some good
yeah.
commercials.
I mean, I agree. I think this is definitely a larger step than like the Super Bowl, for example. That only targets very select audiences. This is global. Everybody watches real football.
Many weeks. It's many weeks, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And throughout the group stages and everything else that combines with this, I mean, it's just a massive, massive marketing aspect that they're going to be part of. And I really think it's going to broaden the horizons, like you said, Alpha, to multiple different countries that probably don't know that our app exists yet, that CrowSwap or that Crypto.com exists yet. And I mean, I really think it's going to help help and hurt, simply because we don't necessarily have a lot of or bilingual stuff yet for education. I think that's something that we need to focus on as well with this.
Talking to people about that in the DMs today. A woman that was speaking up in Alex's space, Money Mom. She has an NFT book. I think she made an NFT out of this onboarding book, and I was talking to her about getting it translated into Portuguese, because the underserved population around me is mostly Brazilian immigrants. So like we got to do these things. That's going to be huge, man. We don't think about what a barrier that is to like everybody else.
I mean, I've been going through it with CrowSwap. We're actually getting educational videos and infographics and everything else made up, and we hired a translator to get it to every country that we can and every language that we can, so that when it's time for people to notice us. And it's not just about CrowSwap in general, it's about DeFi in general. It's education toward generalized DeFi, and just happens to use CrowSwap as an example because, well, I can. But I mean, the ultimate goal should be educating people who aren't in the space as well as the people in the space. People who are in the space have a little bit more of an advantage because they get in earlier. But I mean, the overall goal, the only way that we succeed in general long term, is being able to get unknowledgeable people at the moment to learn what the content's about, to get them integrated within the community so that they can teach other people who don't know what's going on. And then it spreads down and trickles throughout all of the different neighborhoods and countries and communities, etc. So, I mean, that's the ultimate goal. Is just
that is the ultimate goal, man. I really hope everybody in here is getting this, because that's exactly why we've been doing this every day for 11 and a half months. And like every single one of you is an onboarder. I mean, if you've been in here more than once, this is on you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to shield CrowSwap. It's just my best example. But we've got 25 to 30,000 unique addresses coming to the site every day, and I guarantee we're losing a few hundred just because we don't have language localization on. I mean, they come, they see only English, and they might not know what's going on. So, I mean, it's just it's something that we're working on, and I think it's something that everybody is eventually going to need to work on. I think there's definitely some libraries or just general development aspects that would help benefit everybody by getting all of these learning aspects made in different languages and geared toward global rather than just localized communities.
Yeah, man, 100%. I lose sight of that all the time, and we gotta stay focused because we get people that come in here all the time. Um, English as a second language. Sometimes it's a Spanish background. A lot of times when I'm in these bigger spaces for DeFi applications like CrowSwap, there are a lot of questions from people with like Pakistani or Indian backgrounds, and they've got
Yes,
questions.
I'm well
And
aware of
yeah,
that. In our AMAs, we get a lot of people who are not, their native language is not English, and I'll be honest, it takes me a little bit to try to understand their question, but I try to, I enjoy that we get non-English speakers in the conversations in general because it makes me think of a better way to answer questions, makes me slow down and actually sound it out and make it easier to understand whenever I get those questions, because I understand there is language barriers with that, and it actually helps speakers formulate better answers for questions that come in.
yeah, and this stuff isn't easy to start with, so it's really great, especially in here when we just have an audience member that happens to speak fluently, and now suddenly there's another line of communication going on, a, a sub level, and we can all be doing that, translating what goes on around here for the people around us that don't speak the language of DeFi. Even you can see it that way.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Daddy G.
Hey, what's happening? Do you mind if I pin something on top?
Go ahead, man.
Appreciate it.
Alpha, I know you stay up to date, but in case anybody who is a CrowSwap user here and doesn't know, we released a new Medium article today. We've upgraded all of our farms to include time locking for specific amounts of time for 40, 90, and 180 days to help slow the bleed or burn more crows for rewards that come in. Our next farm update is going to be a complete game changer. We rewrote farms from scratch again and implemented investment strategies from non-crypto related stuff. We've implemented a lot of things that you would see in money market accounts and stocks, where you can actually select your own investment strategies in the farms. We're going to be releasing a lot more information about that here shortly, but it's definitely unique and a game changer in terms of other platforms that exist on the chain don't have it. So definitely looking forward to the updates that we release here soon. Harbors and optimizers will be included in that update as well. So we got a lot in the pipeline.
That is awesome. Do we have the Medium article up top?
No, I have no idea how to pin things.
I'll find it. Doug, what's up?
I was gonna just talk to CrowSwap for a second. First time hearing you in space, and just been hearing a lot about your project. The other day, I was fudding about what's it called, Kronos RPCs, and someone recommended the CrowSwap RPC, and I just wanted to give a shout out because your shit is fucking working fast as hell. And I really like it, man. And my shit was fucking taking like 10 minutes for like a transaction. Sorry for my language for the recorded space, but like it's working really fast, man. And I really appreciate it. I haven't checked your guys' protocol out, like Dex wise and everything. But definitely got to take a look at it and see what's going on over there. So just wanted to give the respects to you.
Yeah, thank you. Our RPC servers are actually load balanced between the US and the UK. We have multiple servers running. So we'll continue to monitor the immediate traffic that we're getting and add more countries onto it to ensure that it works fast forever. I don't think anybody else in the space, or at least on Kronos, is doing that. We're also going to be releasing RPC servers for every chain, not just Kronos, so that everybody can benefit. It'll always be free. You don't have to pay to use it. It's just something that we wanted to give back to the community so that. Well, I mean, we hated how slow the regular RPCs were in general, so I can only imagine that everybody else did too. So, and then I mean, just like our RPC, our exchange is instantaneous. If you go and try to load like prices or liquidity or farms or anything, it's immediate. Compared to our competitors, on average, we're 10 times faster than everybody else. So on any chain. So for giggles, I put CrowSwap up on Ethereum, and we perform faster than Uniswap. So that's just a metric to use.
Nah, that's something to be proud of. I make sure to let people know that when they're dealing with CrowSwap, it's not a fork, and people on 95% of the consumers, even in DeFi, they're not going to be able to really tell the difference right off the bat.
So, they will once our products release.
yeah, definitely. G, I see you, bro. Give us a show.
Hey, thanks, Alpha. I didn't want to be rude or anything. We're doing a 1,000 crow giveaway in the next 24 hours for my new little project.
Monk Finance, I'll give it a foghorn. You got to shill it though, baby.
All right, so this is my first time, so bear with me.
All right.
It's just a marketing NFT company that's going to be paying holders for their work in the company. Likes and retweets, YouTube videos. I know everything crypto be doing YouTube videos, Wikipedia, Reddit. We're just going to be paying our holders for the work they do in our community, and helping other projects out to be seen, to get more eyes on it and stuff. I don't think there's enough of that kind of helping kind of thing. And if you know me from the beginning, I've always tried to help everybody. So I thought this is where my heart belongs. This is something I could be proud of. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free.
No, it's dope, dude. Are you using bots to do all this? Because with Thunder, we do it just watching,
Yeah,
Twitter, watching the blockchain.
There's going to be tasks, and you can pick and choose which tasks you want to do. Kind of like Uber Eats, when something comes through, if you want to accept it or not, you do your own research on it, and then you can accept the job, and then you'll get paid for your completion.
That sounds really cool. I hope you guys have success with that. I'll definitely check it out once it releases.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. And also, I reached out to a couple projects. If they would like some of our marketing and stuff like that, it's what we're all here for. Help everybody grow.
Oh, we want some of that. And for people that don't know, G's been in here from the beginning when we started the jungle. And this is your first project.
Very first project. I've helped out a lot of people on their projects. I never signed on. I just kind of felt really right about this. Because in the reality of things, the main people that are winning is the marketing team and the developers of the NFT project. So I kind of wanted to bring that to the people. I don't want to say taking away the power of anything, but like a lot of influencers and people with hundreds of thousands or 50,000, they get paid like a bunch of money to like retweet, like write a little thing. I want to bring that to the people.
I dig it, man. I can dig it.
Oh, so wait, Daddy, you're like crowdsourcing marketing or something?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Did you hear that light bulb go off in Boxhead? I did.
And to be honest, because I don't want to make anybody upset. I've met a lot of wonderful people. So I'm doing a little homage to them. I'm making a little honorary collection that'll just be art for it, and just kind of appreciate for people that put in work in Crow, um, and just people I've met that just kind of the reason I'm still here, pretty much.
Wait. So you're telling me, if I understand, because I'm reading the post, like if like for example, Bach Finance, we need marketing. We go to you and you help us
Yeah,
with
so
marketing.
you'll be able to go on our website, and then there'll be a list of things you can choose from, what you're looking for, um, and then pretty much you can deposit your Crow in there, and then it'll get to work getting the mechanism going. And if you're happy with it, you can keep depositing more if you see it being positive. If you don't like the work that's going on, you can just take it out.
Oh, it's
What
like a
what are you
Google
paying
ad kind
out
of
in?
thing.
What was that?
It's like a Google ad type of thing.
Yeah, pretty much like if you own a business and you do like a Google ad and you put like how far parameter you want, the age range, stuff like that, pretty much bringing it to NFTs.
And what is it paying out in?
We're gonna have our own token, and the
So
money
when
from the liquid.
people buy in, is that a buy into the token and then the token gets distributed? And I mean, if people are holding it, that could be very positive for the token.
Yeah, 100%.
That's cool. Texas, what do you think?
So is it an earn only token, or could I once purchase it once it's like live? And it kind of reminds me of like a guild wall in like Fairy Tale. I don't know if anyone's watched that show, but like that used to be my jam.
No, yeah, I was getting those vibes too with Texas.
Where there's like S class missions where like you have to create a YouTube video of over 20 minutes, like an A class mission where you have to have a Twitter space of at least 30 minutes and have at least 20 people in it, like a B class mission where you have to like create a Medium article, and then a C class mission where you have to retweet
Let's
consistently for
go.
10,
Can we
30
steal this
days.
idea?
Yeah, I mean, Texas, we're implementing a achievement diary into CrowSwap where you have to do X amount of tasks. I think that's a similar aspect to what Daddy G's doing, and I really like that idea, especially for community marketing. I think as long as you have a way to increase liquidity. That's my only concern with it being a reward token. You have to have incentive for increasing liquidity. So that needs to be something that you focus on. I don't know what the breakdown for like sales or what goes into that. But as long as you have enough liquidity that everybody can cash out once you're rewarding them for this, I think it could be a really good idea.
No, I
Problem with
appreciate.
marketing in a bear market, it might not yield anything. It might yield stuff later down the road, like you
Right.
see.
I would think it was a long-term play either way, simply because everything is right now. I mean, that's just the unfortunate truth. But
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm thinking.
definitely whenever the market at least stagnates, that's when I would see you would be able to build up liquidity pretty well. And then, definitely whenever the bull's going and everybody's blowing their marketing funds right away, trying to take advantage of that, that's when this would
Yeah, because
do
everybody needs
really
marketing.
well.
The small projects all need marketing right now.
Yeah.
And if people are, grinding for these tasks and holding that token long term, like it should be as a play, that could be great, man. It
Yeah,
sounds
no,
very promising.
100%. Thanks, Texas and CrowSwap, for the questions and comments and stuff like that. Pretty much like, let's say like Boomers or CrowSwap, for example, they want to use our services. They pay 5,000 Crow. The 5,000 Crow goes into liquidity and it pays the people. Kind of a little example. And then also you will be able to buy in and increase liquidity.
And if you worked in conjunction with an existing DEX to incentivize the holders to provide liquidity additionally,
Yeah,
The more,
100%.
the more circular activity you have like that, the
And
better.
just to bounce off what Texas was saying, how I thought of it is kind of like an office job. Like it'll start off at the call center and stuff like that. There'll be managers and stuff like that. And the more work you put in, the more appreciation you'll get. You'll get to a management role. You'll have to hold it. If not, the next person above will come up. Kind of like an office job. And like if you're a manager, you get paid a little bit more. Um, the biggest part is like the shill army. It's um
And that would be your minters, right?
Yes, yes. Be the shill army, and then they'll have ranking systems. And on like the top right corner of your NFT, you'll have a ranking system, kind of like Call of Duty or like in the army or whatever. Generals and like you know what I mean. New people coming in, they're all gonna have their specific names and titles and job attributes, and you'll actually be seeing because I see so many people in so many different communities working hard, making post, liking, resharing. It's like how can we bring the power to the people?
We've been talking about this a lot, man. We've been
So,
talking about this for 11 months. And I keep saying we need to centralize as a community over here on the DeFi side. And we need to do things together if we want to have any type of show of force.
So
So
what
Yeah,
I would like if you had someone do a slideshow, a Google slide of like 20 good memes, and then that's like a silver prize. And then for a bronze prize, if you have your agent open up that slideshow and go through each of those memes over the course of 20 days, coordinated efforts where you have a visually stimulating slideshow of memes that you can just right click and save, and then you give those out to your agents, and that's your campaign.
I love it.
yeah, I dig it, Tex.
And
We
right
gotta
now we're just in the recruitment phase of our little army.
Yeah, when are you thinking about dropping this NFT project?
It's going to be the 28th of this month.
Of this month?
Yes.
That's like a week.
Yep, we're finalizing everything tonight and should be operational, we're hoping by tomorrow.
Good to know,
And
man.
the mint is going to be 88.88 crow, which is like about $10 give or take if somebody can quote me.
All right. Where your numbers come from?
The collection size is going to be 8,888.
You just like 8 as a number?
Yeah.
Is that your favorite number?
Yeah, one of my favorite numbers.
All
Got a
right.
couple.
I'll take it, G. And I got to try and catch this plane. So you guys have a great weekend. I know I'm gonna. Lots of love to the Crow fam. Listen, you know the deal. Drink some water, brush your teeth, own your keys, own your crypto. Don't tell your goddamn seed phrase to no one. You guys know this by now. I'll talk to you soon. All right.